Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Record of Agarest War. In the last episode, we went through the Larohinga Desert and we appeared on the other side. We're inching our way closer and closer to the King of Darkness's lair. But in today's episode, we're going to be doing a couple of events. This might be a little bit longer than a normal episode has been, but okay, let's go ahead and move out to the settlement here. This should make a fine port. The water is deep enough for the larger ships, and the coast is wide enough for them to unload. This is in plain sight, and there are a few trees nearby to construct a dock, but it is of a good size for an army to make a stand. It may be in plain sight, but the sword cuts both ways. We can see the enemy's approach as well. We will make camp here, Riveri. Will you report to King Sarbarg while we set up? As you wish. Well, Riveri will be working hard, so I suppose we should as well. And then we have another event here. Fast door. So, you are here. I could not find you, and I thought perhaps you had betrayed us again. If it is your wish, you may kill me here. I no longer want to kill you. If you were to die, someone would feel sad. I do not want that, so I will not kill you. I will not kill you, but neither will I forgive you. Not until the day I die. So you cannot die. Not until I have forgiven you. You have my word. Until you have forgiven me, I shall not die. That is all. Then you are telling me not to do something so foolish as die in an attempt to atone for my sins. Life is never easy. More often than not, it consists of little more than suffering. That is why happiness is so valuable. I cannot ask for forgiveness. I can only hope to somehow make amends. To use what remains of my own life to atone for those that I took. In the War of the Gods, it was I who gave Summerill the bracelet, destroying the world. I lost everything then. No, perhaps I was already lost. I was consumed by the desire for power, no longer concerned with why I needed it. From my lips, I issued the orders to forge the bracelet for Summerill. I wanted only power, though I did not know why. When I betrayed Durin, I lost myself in the same mindless lust. With my defeat at Leonhardt's hands, my memories disappeared, and I was freed from Summerill's control, as I am now. Folks, as I mentioned earlier, back in the battle with Vastor, this right here reveals that he was indeed the Black Knight in the first generation that Leo defeated. It is all too easy to convince oneself that to obey is enough to assuage one's guilt. I told myself feebly to Summerill was justification enough for my actions. No longer. We all make mistakes. It is only natural to try to run from them, to hide from your failures. But because I have Ellis and the rest of my friends, I have no need to run from my mistakes. We need you, Vastor. If you cannot shoulder your burdens with your own, then we are here to carry them for you. Will you come with us? We need one another. We need friends. You would allow me to rely on you? Of course. We are together in this. Even Murmina believes so. She wants you to live. The last thing she would want to see now is one of her companions die. I have dreamt of forgiveness for the lives I have taken and for the mistakes I have made. I wanted to know how I could be forgiven. Those who have died can never forgive. Perhaps I can only seek forgiveness from those I have yet to meet. But even their forgiveness will mean nothing if I cannot forgive myself. I want to be forgiven. I will not allow myself to die until the day comes that I can forgive myself of these sins. I will not run. We should go back. Indeed. This conversation I always liked. That event right there I've always liked because it teaches us a life lesson about, you know, mistakes you do in your past. Some you might just do very terrible mistakes that you've done. But unless you forgive yourself, people will forgive. Even if you've done something terrible. But anyways, I don't know if you guys noticed, after that event, we have a couple battles right here that go straight to Lingen. That's because we are currently trapped here. I don't know if you can see it. I can't go further than this. The only way you could do it is by pushing square, and you go back into the continent, and you can kind of move back where you go this way. This is the only way you can do that. And we actually have an event up there, but I'm not going to be doing that until probably the end of this episode, because that event right there just unlocks an extra dungeon. I think that's a DLC dungeon that I downloaded, I think. But I'll do that later. But anyways, I'm going to cut, and I'm going to meet you guys at the next event. Alright guys, we're here at Burns. Burns is home to a lot of events here. But anyways, let's go ahead and move out to the next event. And this is a CG image event. This CG image you need to be just neutral. Excuse me. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm sorry about that. This you need to be neutral by the time you get here. Having finished the night watch, Beatrice decides to take a bath to soothe her weary body. Although she was once accustomed to solitude, she has grown to enjoy bathing with others and feels a bit lonely. It is this moment that Ellis and the other women appear to invite her to the bathhouse. Phew! This is so much better with friends. I'm sorry, I never meant for you to see such a disgraceful scene. I did not, I mean, I never... Eh? Oh, is that so? Oh, of course, that is, if you don't mind my company. Very well, let us depart then. All those boys out there, you get a pretty nice image right there in the video. Anyways, now we have another event here. I think this is another CG image. Let me go ahead and move out here. Let me see if this is... Yeah, this is a CG image. This! Once you can get this image, you know you're on true end. You've kind of made yourself to true end. This is one of those events here that this kind of only shows up if you are fulfilling the true end requirements. That's pretty much it. Having traversed generations and nearing the end of her journey, Dishana is plagued more and more frequently by the darkness that seeks to devour her. It is a test she must endure to remain herself. She seems to be having a nightmare. This is... Ugh! Ugh! I cannot... No more. The darkness, it is invading me. Seems like Deshawn is having a terrible time sleeping. That CG image has just had Deshauna having a nightmare. Once you can get that one, you know you're on true in requirements. So, make sure that you get that. Anyways, let's go ahead and move out to here for this event here. This is continuing with the story. This is no longer CG images. Our scouts tell us that the enemy commands nearly 100,000 soldiers. Delightful. Then they have more than 4 times our number. Demons as far as the eye can see. Still, one cannot deny the spectacle of a battlefield filled with bursting with orcs and goblins. It seems he has mobilized an entirety of his forces. After all, this is likely the defining battle of this war. What reason is there to leave any behind? You say that you and your family have been fighting these monsters for generations. My generation will be the last. If Rex says so, then it must be true. I trust him with my life. Indeed, Rex has never lied to us. And neither did Leo or Ladius. Thoma and Durin gave their souls to this battle as well. That is why I have placed my trust in you. I know that I can trust you with my life. No need for anything clever this time. We need only step forward and meet our enemy. And I like that little kind of speech there. That is like words of encouragement, because this is the final battle that we're going towards. Then this is the end. Thank you, Ellis, for everything. What do you mean? When this battle is finished, you are free. Leonhard and I will have you live as you wish. Leonhard? What do you mean, Rex? You have your life. Once this battle is over, nothing can take it from you. Live it to the fullest. Wait, Perhaps Rex knows. Elves are known for the long lives, but it seems you have little left. Deshauna, when did you... I suppose that matters little now. High Elves are a dying race. Outside the magic of places such as Summerill, we do not live long. Then that is why you chose to stay with Leonhard and his children. Or perhaps not. Perhaps it was after you had made your choice that you learned of this. So determined were you to stay with Leonhard that you have followed his prophecy for 5 generations. No matter how much Rex may resemble Leonhard, they are not the same man. I know he cannot take Leo's place. After all, he is not Leo. Even so, I cannot help to think of him the same way. I hate myself for doing so, but I never felt this way with Ladius, or Thoma, or Durin. Emotions are frequently a mystery, even to oneself. To acknowledge your feelings is to invite suffering. Ignore them and you will suffer still. But never understand why. It will always be true that the more you care, the more pain you will feel. Rex has told you to live as you wish. You would be wise to do so. Is that not simplicity enough? Yes. Yes, I will do as I wish. As they are his words, he had best be prepared to live with the consequences. Thank you, Dishana. Perhaps I was thinking too hard. Oh, I'm such a fool. But how did you know? It was not difficult. One need only look at you. Really? Am I so obvious? Oh, yes, indeed. Oh no, oh dear, what will I do? How can I show my face now? Oh my, that is something new. I do not believe I have ever seen you laugh before. Is that so? Most of the time you seem as though you would rather be left alone. You are not exactly friendly. We have been on this journey together for so long, but we never talked like this before. But you are a very important part of our family. I would not even be alive if it were not for you. Indeed, all this began with you. Were it not for you, Rex would not exist. I would not be here now, and neither would you. In many ways, every encounter with another person is a mystery waiting to be unraveled. Thank the gods for giving me the chance to meet all my friends. Is it rude to only give thanks to one receiving something? That I cannot say. Only the gods can answer that question. But do the gods not exist because you need them? They must exist for you to thank them, after all. Then something can only exist if someone acknowledges that it does. I am sorry. Such ideas are beyond me. Still, it is a good feeling to be needed. I must never forget how it feels to be appreciated by another. Oh my. It is time we made our way back, Dishana. Of course. Who am I? Am I a little more than a puppet with delusions of self-determination? If to worry and suffer is to be human, then perhaps I shall be human someday. When that happens... I like that scene too. Anyways, guys, I'm going to cut and we're going to get over to the next event. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, we're here at Camron Terra. That's how you say it. There's 2 events here, but I'm only going to be doing one of them before I end the episode here. So let's go ahead and move out to this one. This event right here, you can only access, this is a special event, you can only access if you've done Reveri's, Quaz, and Plum's events in this generation. If you've done their events, their respective events, this one shows up. Why are you here all alone? You seem to have been down lately. Is something the matter? Oh, no, it's nothing at all. We simply have so much fun every day. I'm rather exhausted from it all. You needn't pretend with us, you know. We may sound foolish, but thinking of this adventure coming to an end is almost rather sad. Oh, I see. I have not been with others for as long as some, but even I feel this way. I can only imagine how much more difficult it is for those who have been here on this journey from the beginning. It must be awfully complicated, especially for Ellis and the others. You are right. Certainly they have been having a much harder time of it than I. That is not what I meant. What I meant to say is that there is no reason for you to suffer or be sad or even feel lonely. But I meant that our journey is coming to an end, and the lives we live now will soon change. We have grown used to them, comfortable even, and soon they will be gone. That is indeed sad. But the end of our journey does not mean the end of everything. In fact, is it not a new beginning? This battle may be coming to an end, but that does not mean our relationships with our friends must do the same. That is true. I see now. So you mean that this is the beginning of a new journey? Yes, life itself is a journey. This adventure may be over, but our adventure that is life goes on long as we are alive. And our relationships will continue to live on. I'm sorry about that, folks. I think that it did that. I can't really tell anymore. Like, when my TV flickers sometimes, I'm just like, oh god. We'll continue to live on. We needn't be shy anymore. If there is something you must have, then steal it. How do they say? Ah, yes, stolen love. Stolen love? I like that. The mere sound of it excites me. I do not think that is what she meant. I have heard that there is a place somewhere in the world where a man may be bound to any woman at once. To many women at once. Well, if love can be shared in such a way, there is hardly any point to stealing it. Even if everything comes to an end, our relationships and feelings will never change. After all, we are bound to one another with the strongest of bonds. Yes, we are family. Sink or swim, we are one. We live together. We have but one home. Where we all live together. And now we go to that place that we call home. I love this one. It just talks about their friendships, and as a result of it, we get a 3 stars: clairvoyance, be sense, la peace and oyster ×2, and 50 pp. So doing that event is actually pretty good because you get some rewards out of it. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end the episode here. So in the next episode of Let's Play Record of Agarest War, we are gonna get prepared for the final battle. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.